So it was close, but Rick Santorum came away with the big wins last night in Alabama and Mississippi. Joining us right now to break it all down and maybe say what you might be thinking is Jason Johnson, chief political correspondent from Politic 365. So wasn't this supposed to be a Gingrich game for these southern states with a southern strategy?
This was supposed to be a Gingrich game. This was supposed to be Mitt Romney's night, and neither one happened. Rick Santorum won. The other guys came close, but close only really counts with field goals and bullet shot wounds. This was not a good night for anybody else but Rick Santorum.
Okay, now that we have Rick Santorum kind of pulling ahead a little bit in terms of his delegate count, the overall picture, Jason, is it not, is that he's still a long way from Mitt Romney.
Right. Mitt Romney still has more than twice the delegates of Rick Santorum. Mitt Romney still has more delegates than everyone else combined. So the race is still his to win, but Santorum is not going to give up, and neither is Newt Gingrich, and so this is going to keep going on until sometime in May.
You know, at some point, don't you start kind of splitting the vote, depending on which way you lean?
Well, you're splitting the vote. I mean, Newt Gingrich is really splitting the vote at this point. He is splitting conservative voters, but, he's angry. He's not going to go. He's like those two angry Muppets, who are kind of complaining about everything, but they're not going to get out of the show. Yeah, Waldorf and Astoria. I mean, that's Newt Gingrich. So he's keeping Rick Santorum from being more competitive with Romney.
Oh, my gosh. What can you make about we like to talk about the people behind the politics here on this show, too. I mean, what can you make about or compare this race to where you have four very stubborn men who want to stay in it?
Right. Well, it's not a good thing. And all the switching isn't really good. I always say that, if you have a basketball game where the score changes twice in the last 2 minutes, it's two good teams. But if it changes 4 times, neither team is good enough to win. That's what we see happening right now. They keep switching with leadership roles. It's not helping the Republican Party if they're trying to beat Obama in the fall.
Interesting. Okay, what do you think we should look coming up here? We have Illinois, we have Puerto Rico. And interesting, I found that some of the candidates will be going to Puerto Rico because it doesn't have nearly as much as Illinois in terms of delegates.
Right, but it's one of those places where they can sort of claim that they work well with the Latino vote, even though the Puerto Rican population isn't the same as Latinos in the United States. But Illinois is what's really important. Mitt Romney is spending a ton of money there. He wants to pull off a victory. He wants to show he can win in the Midwest. If Santorum wins there, this is a whole new ballgame for the next couple of weeks.
You're good. You gonna come back again?
Most definitely.
All right, then.